Hey everyone, welcome in. Today we're taking a deep dive into a topic that I know hits close to home for a lot of you, healing from narcissistic abuse. And we've got some incredible insights to share with you all today from a therapist who specializes in this area. And get this, they encourage us to approach recovery with a surprising attitude, finding joy as an act of defiance.
It's true. You see, narcissistic abuse thrives on control, on keeping you small and depleted. So when you actively choose to experience joy, you're disrupting their entire system of manipulation.
Okay, I am hooked already. So how does finding joy actually work against the narcissist tactics? I can see how it helps us heal, but how does it affect them?
It invalidates their entire premise. Narcissists need you to believe that your happiness depends on them, that you're somehow deficient without their validation. When you find joy independently, you're essentially saying, your game doesn't work on me anymore.
Wow, I've never thought of it that way before. It's like you're taking back your power by simply enjoying the little things.
Precisely. It's about those small, everyday joys. A sunny morning, a good cup of coffee, a heartfelt laugh with a friend. These moments may seem insignificant, but they chip away at the narcissist's hold on your emotions.
It's like you're building a resilience to their negativity, almost like a muscle you're strengthening over time.
That's a great way to put it. You're retraining your brain to focus on the positive, to find those sparks of light even in the darkness.
So for those listening who are just starting their healing journey, what's one practical step they can take today to start reclaiming their joy?
I often encourage my clients to think of it like catching butterflies. Pay attention to those fleeting moments of joy throughout your day. When you experience one, even if it's just for a second, really allow yourself to savor it. Hold on to that feeling, let it wash over you.
It's like you're creating a collection of those joyful moments, reminding yourself that even amidst the pain, there's still beauty to be found.
Exactly. And the more you do that, the more you'll start to notice those moments naturally. You're essentially rewiring your brain to seek out joy, to find those silver linings.
Oh, this is resonating with me so much. It's not about pretending everything is okay, but rather about giving ourselves permission to experience joy, even in small doses.
Absolutely. It's about reclaiming your right to experience the full spectrum of human emotions, including joy. Don't let the narcissist steal that from you. It's yours to take back.
You know, it's so powerful to think about finding joy as this act of defiance. But it also makes me wonder, what about all those other things the narcissist took from us? Our sense of self, our dreams, our aspirations. How do we even begin to reclaim those parts of ourselves?
That's such an important question. Because it's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about reclaiming your entire narrative, the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of.
I love that, reclaiming your narrative, because it's like they try to write our stories for us, don't they? Filling our heads with self-doubt and limiting beliefs.
Absolutely. They need you to believe that your worth is tied to their approval, their validation. But here's the reality. Your worth was never theirs to give or take away in the first place.
So how do we break free from that mindset? How do we start writing a new story, one that reflects our true selves and aspirations?
It starts with recognizing the areas where the narcissist's influence still lingers. This could be anything from how you talk to yourself to the dreams you allow yourself to have. It's like they've drawn these invisible boundaries around your life and you've unconsciously stayed within those lines.
It's amazing how even when they're physically gone, their impact can still hold us back in so many ways.
You can feel like you're haunted by their voice, their judgments, their expectations. But here's the good news. You have the power to exorcise those ghosts.
Okay, tell me more. How do we actually do that?
It often starts with small acts of rebellion, almost like you're testing the waters of your own freedom. For example, I had a client who realized she'd stopped listening to her favorite band because it reminded her of her ex. She made a conscious decision to play their music again, but this time it was on her terms. She reclaimed that part of herself that she thought was lost.
That's so powerful. It's like taking back something that was stolen from you. What other ways can we start to reclaim our narratives?
Think about your aspirations. What are some things you've always wanted to do but held back from? Maybe because you feared judgment or didn't feel worthy. Maybe it's learning a new skill, pursuing a passion project, or even just setting a healthy boundary in a relationship.
And imagine those aspirations might look different now through the lens of healing.
Exactly. It's not about trying to prove anything to the narcissist or seeking their validation. It's about asking yourself, what do I want for myself? And having the courage to go after it without apology.
This really resonates with me. It's about shifting that internal dialogue from what would they think to what brings me joy, what feels aligned with my values.
You got it. It's about reclaiming your agency, your right to choose what you want your life to look like. And that, my friend, is a powerful act of healing.
You know, as we're talking about reclaiming our narratives and aspirations, it makes me think about the internal work that still needs to happen. Even when we start to create this life we want, there's often that lingering voice of the narcissist whispering doubts and insecurities. How do we deal with that?
That's such a crucial part of healing. Because even when the narcissist is gone, their impact can linger like a shadow. I call it evicting the squatter.
Okay, evicting the squatter. I like where this is going. Tell me more.
Think about it this way. That negative voice in your head, the one that tells you you're not good enough, not worthy, not lovable, that's the narcissist's voice still trying to control you from the inside. They've set up camp in your mind, and they're not paying rent.
It's like they've taken up residence in your thoughts, even though they have no right to be there.
Exactly. And just like a real-life squatter, they make a mess of things. They trash your self-esteem. They steal your joy. They drain your energy. They keep you stuck in the past, replaying old hurts and injustices.
So how do we evict this squatter? How do we finally get rid of that negative voice?
It starts with awareness. The next time you hear that critical voice in your head, ask yourself, is this really true? Or is this just the squatter talking?
So instead of just accepting those negative thoughts as truth, we need to stop and question where they're coming from.
Yes, because once you recognize that voice as the narcissist's, you can start to detach from it. It loses its power over you.
That's amazing. Just by labeling it, we can start to break free from its grip.
Exactly. And then comes the eviction notice. You start to consciously replace those negative messages with self-affirming truths.
So what are some examples of these self-affirming truths? What do we say to that inner critic?
It's about reminding yourself of your strengths, your accomplishments, your resilience. Maybe you start your day with affirmations like, I am worthy, I am capable, or I am enough. Or perhaps you create a journal where you write down all the things you're grateful for about yourself.
It's like we're creating a new internal dialogue, one that's based on love and self-compassion rather than criticism and doubt.
You got it. And here's the best part. The more you practice this, the quieter that squatter's voice becomes. They might still try to cause trouble from time to time, but you'll have the tools to evict them over and over again.
This has been so insightful. So as we wrap up, what's one final piece of advice you'd give to someone who's on this journey of healing from narcissistic abuse?
Remember this, your healing is about you. It's not about proving anything to the narcissist or seeking their validation. It's about rediscovering your own strength, your own worth, your own capacity for joy. And that, my friend, is a journey worth taking.
Absolutely. It's about reclaiming your narrative one joyful, defiant act at a time. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us. You deserve to write your own happy ending.